American record. And Emily Mackay kind of trying to stay in those shadows as long as possible on this warm day.
Yeah, weather last night for those distance events was ideal, just short of what I would call perfect here. A little bit warmer, a little bit more blustery winds swirling around the track. And we see Emily conserving as best she can over there in turn one, about to line up for this 1500. Emily had a fantastic indoor season, proved to be just a heady, consummate, like sharp racer. Like she's ready to go this season, ready to duke it out, stick her nose in the front of the pack, and is a danger when she's there.
Kind of cool factor too that the winner being introduced by Shannon Roberry, who's one of the PA announcers here in the stadium, who has been elevated to the podium in London from 2012. She's really having fun being able to introduce these athletes, knowing exactly what they're preparing to go through now as they toe the line for this Toyota women's 1500 meters. Taryn Parks, who won a B heat in this event last night at 4:09:02, is the one who will be instructed to go to the front, as we'll have pacing here at the 1500 meters. And they're trying to go sub-4 here, Trey. So this is the time of year. There's a lot of anticipation for those distance races at the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene coming up on 4th of July weekend. This is a good stage setter for these athletes wanting to run fast today.
Yeah, at this part of the season, all the work has been done. More like going back and getting miles in, strengthening your baby. This is all about racing, and as we see, it's stringing out a good bit already, keeping it at an honest pace. We've got a very, very nice spread. Everybody relaxed and calm running through that first lap. Looked around like 63 for that opening lap.
Orkanesh Masele of Ethiopia behind her pace set 5-year-old finished the final in 800 two-time Ethiopian champ Mackay behind her, and then Gabia Galadite of Lithuania, 10-time Lithuanian champion, and broke 4 minutes for the very first time in Shanghai at the Diamond League. And they have kind of separated from the field here in the early going. Kate Snowden of Great Britain, that fourth one behind the pace setter. We also have these pace lights that have been installed on a lot of tracks for a lot of these types of events that afford those athletes a sense of where they're trying to stay on pace, particularly once the pace setter steps off.
Mackay trying to keep up with the pacer, trying to stay on it. This is where athletes start to make some business decisions. Is put all the way through here and L lap with an unknown amount of energy left, or do you settle in and wait for someone to try to make a move and just survive and think, okay, I think I can outkick, I think I can finish stronger than the women behind me. We'll see what Emily decides to do here as she builds into this bell lap.
Yeah, Parks took off and stopped the pace-setting duties on the backstretch. So Mackay now leading this race to create a little bit of separation from herself. The lights are trailing towards 3:56, or tracking rather, are now ahead of this line in this last lap. We just Alvanite on her right over 80. So it is as Snowden coming with a time of 3:56.7, the semifinals of the Olympics in Tokyo. She is now in third as they head down the backstretch for the final time.
Got Vitae and Snowden in such a good position behind Emily. I just able to keep her effort off of her pace. She is flying blind here. She doesn't know if she's giving enough or too little right now as we head to the last 150. Let's see who has the kick.
U.S. indoor champion at 3,000 meters this year, breaking a meet record that had stood since 1990. It had been held by Lynn Jennings. She's going to win here today. the number 3 all-time performer for Team USA at this distance, and she'll get under 4 minutes in the victory, 3:59.17, as Snowden and Galvanite come across in the race for second and third, and Snowden gets there first in the season's best, 4:00.97.
Based on all the conditions, the way the race played out, that was a strong race and strong performance from Emily Mackay. Solo, the last half of the race, really wasn't pushed. Maybe she heard a couple of footsteps there with about 700 to go, but this was eyes forward, not worried about anything at all, and all smiles at the finish.
That 4-minute barrier, really that defining barrier for 1,500 meters for the women, and for Mackay, she was under 4 minutes in all 3 of her 1,500 meter races. She has stepped to the line for this year. Emily Mackay is the winner, 3:59.26. As we check in once again with Lewis.
All right, Paul. Well, Emily, great performance here. What are your thoughts on what you just did time-wise? You got a piece of finish line to take to celebrate it, and really the year you're having overall.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not quite sure what my time was, but we came here to race and compete, and the main goal of today was to win and practice running up front and just being tough and try to run a fast time in the process, and I executed that perfectly, so I'm very proud of the race.
As you should be. Emily, thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.